Alright, what's going on guys? Willis here. We're back with our weekly State of the Game recap for Division 2. So obviously State of the Game was today, as it is every Wednesday. We're going to be doing our, weekly recap. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like on this video. Season 2 is pretty much around the corner, and I'm excited to dive into some new content, hopefully. So in this week's State of the Game, they pretty much confirmed that Skyscraper is real, and it's a game mode that's coming, so super excited for that. I'll go into more detail in the video, but like I said, we're just going to be going into it straight in. So maintenance was performed yesterday as per developer notes, and the global event Guardians is now live. An issue was fixed where players could constantly reset cooldowns of skills, i.e. players cannot swap out skills when charge-based skills are on cooldown. The raid and non-raid delta errors are still ongoing for some players, and the developers are requesting more information via support ticket and Ubisoft support forum, specifically exact error codes, platform time, location, and where you're playing from. So if you have any of these issues, you can report it on the forums and stuff. I'll leave that in the video description. So the PTS is actually shutting down tomorrow. If you're not aware, the public test server for PC, where they pretty much test all of the new patches before they go out, is up right now on PC. You can only play it if you're PC. Unfortunately, you can't go on it if you're on console. But how it works is it makes a copy of your character, which then it's like a separate server that you go onto, and you can pretty much test all the new exotics, all the new guns, all the new gear. It's pretty awesome. I've been playing it for the past week, just doing videos and stuff. So if you're on PC, it's definitely worth checking out. So tomorrow, that's actually going to shut down for 24 hours. Thursday, the 28th of May, will begin the second wave of changes. So how the PTS is going to be, or is structured, is there's different waves. So obviously the first wave, maybe we're testing out like exotics and stuff. Second wave, maybe they're going to add some other stuff. I'm not really sure. They haven't really mentioned. But this is aiming to open up around 1 p.m. CEST on the 29th of May. But this is not definitive, so this could change. The Bulwark intended effect is to regenerate 40% of damage received to both the player and the shield in PvP. There was a non-intended effect where the gear would regenerate the damage without the 0.3 PvP damage modifier. Currently on the PTS in PvP, it effectively heals 3 times than intended. So the Bulwark set, the new gear set on the PTS, is extremely broken in PvP. You're pretty much invincible in the Dark Zone, and it's actually broken. So obviously that's getting fixed, and they're going to balance it out to make it more fair. But yeah, incoming repairs working with the Bulwark regeneration is not intended and will be fixed on wave 2 as well. TU10 weapon damage balance pass to match the new classic M1A damage feedback has been very positively received on SMG and shotguns, whereby design require a riskier playstyle and have been balanced with higher raw damage. So there's a lot of weapon buffs and changes coming with TU10, and I'm excited to obviously use a different weapon other than the classic M1A. So it's exciting maybe to pick up the FAMAS or something else that's getting nerfed. But there's a lot of buffs that have been going out, which you can find on the forums and stuff like that. The new brand bonuses of Walker Harris & Co. is balanced around the idea that damage to health and damage to armor sources are very scarce. So the overall impact of those 5% increases are not diluted by multiple sources. So there is a new brand set coming to season 2 called Walker Harris & Co. I think it's like 5% damage to health, 5% damage to armor, and then 5% just weapon damage. So it's kind of just like the raw stats for like a DPS build. Pretty exciting, but it seems to be underperforming, I think, on the PTS. So they're just clarifying that. They're very happy with the current changes to buff the player base and NPC difficulty. Players who have completed legendaries before these changes may feel a difference in difficulty, but they are trying to balance around all of the difficulties and different players. So the PvP TTBK changes are still being worked on. The current data from Wave 1 does not include all the balancing changes. They really want to focus on the feedback in PvP in Wave 2. So increasing the stash base is not an idea they are considering. The last stash base increase was made with the idea of being definitive. So unfortunately, if you're like me and you're a dirty hoarder, we're not going to be getting any more stash base from this point on, unfortunately. Maybe if they add another massive DLC to warrant the stash increase like Warlords, we'll see a stash increase, but I don't think we'll be seeing any time soon. Season 2 will be available for all Warlords of New York expansion owners. The Season Pass will unlock the possibility to get the rewards from the premium track that include cosmetics, emotes, and materials. All the information data mined from the PTS build is still being worked on, and they also asked to be respectful around spoilers. They confirmed they are working on a new PvE game mode called Skyscraper. It's not Underground 2.0, and it'll be completely new and different experience and early on in development. So if you've watched one of my previous videos, basically there's a new thing called Skyscraper. For any of you that play, I think it's like RuneScape, I think this is in Final Fantasy. It's basically a massive building or a tower. You clear waves of enemies, and essentially how it works is you clear the floor, you then go to the next floor, then the next floor, clearing adds it getting harder and harder, and eventually you'll reach a sort of save point, or a safe point, whether it be like a little armory or something in between, because we're playing the Division obviously. You can then, if you want to, restock, change your loadout maybe, and you can also leave and go back to the open world if you want to continue it later. So it's kind of like, I guess, a mini sort of raid that you can just come back to, and obviously the difficulty will get higher. I'm assuming the rewards will be more better. So exotic changes were not part of wave 1, but will be included in wave 2, so make sure to give feedback. Most exotics will get a base weapon damage buff. The Bighorn headshot damage increased while scoped. The BTSU gloves will increase skill haste for Hive depending on a skill tier. Players marked by ND will have an icon to be aware of the debuff. PvP bleed damage was reduced by 75% on Hive, Mortar, and Explosive Seeker. Stinger Hive damage has been increased to make up for the damage loss. The Imperial Dynasty exotic in PvE will ignite targets instantly. On PvP, it will require a 3-second line of sight to set targets on fire. Weapon handling changes did not make it into wave 1, but will be in wave 2. There'll be a third wave in the PTS focused around PvP balance. The State of the Bulwark reduced the quality of the PvP data. Next week's State of the Game will focus on Season 2, so we'll be hearing more about that then, hopefully. So yeah, sort of a quick one for you guys today. I did dip in and out of the State of the Game, but big massive shout out to the Discord, the Division 2, for their super fast little recap sheets they do. I'll leave the Discord down below. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. That was the State of the Game for the 27th of May 2020. Be sure to leave a like, support the channel by subscribing if you want to, and I'll see you guys in my next video. This has been WiLLiSGaming, and peace.
Protect that stockpile. Duchess, I need you to see to it personally.
On it.
Get that stockpile, Agent. Everything you take from them is something they can't send to Keener.
Fuckers are in Keener supplies. I don't care what it takes. Take them out.
Reaching to the stockpile now.
Hostiles approaching. Hostiles drawing near. Hostiles approaching. Hostiles drawing near. Hostiles incoming.
Hostiles approaching.